Okay, Maul. So what are the risks or the drawbacks to using credit card stackings to pay off debt?
Drawback. The strategy itself doesn't have a drawback with anything, regarding credit. The drawback is us as the individual, right? If you don't pay off your credit card by the end of that zero interest period, some credit cards are real sneaky and ruthless. They'll backdate the interest. All right, so that was crazy.
Yeah,
So
I saw
I
that too. Hey,
was like, oh shit. The Portuguese out this joint. What the hell? I was like, hold up, y'all. We gonna have to move because it's wild up in this joint. But that was crazy. But yeah, one of the drawbacks really is that because just generally speaking, when you have a credit card, the average person spends more money than they would normally do
Mhm.
when they're using a credit card. So that's one drawback. Not keeping track of your spending and ended up putting yourself in even um and even more debt because you're not keeping up with it. So that's really the biggest drawback. You mentioned what happens at the end of the zero interest period. Now, if you're not paying attention, like I said, some credit cards will backdate the interest, or of course you'll begin accruing interest from that point forward. But but we can always just apply for another zero interest credit card. That was also part of my strategy for getting out of debt. I did 12 to 15 months on the first card. In month 14, I applied for another zero interest credit card. That zero interest credit card lasted for 18 months.
Mhm.
So I literally just kept applying for zero interest credit cards until I paid off the debt. So, I mean, as long as you got the strategy together, there's really no, well, yeah, the only other downside is depending on what type of debt you're trying to put on the credit card, you
Mhm.
could get your card shut down. Like, for instance, with an Amex Platinum, they do have a program where you can buy a car with your Amex.
Mhm.
But if you go out and try to, like, you get the Amex and you swipe it immediately for a whole car, they might shut you down because the
Wait a minute.
platinum comes. Yeah, go ahead.
my man said they might shut you down. Like what? Pause.
They might shut you down. They like, hold up, because with the platinum, off out the box, you can swipe that joint for 30,000, it'll go through, no problem, right? But if you do that if you swipe it for a whole car, they feel like that's a little suspicious. Like, why
He
you buying a
says
car with Amex? Yeah. You could definitely go into Amex jail for that.
we gave
That's
you
really the
the card.
only thing.
We gave you
Was
the card
that
to spin. I said they tell you we gave you the card to spin, but not for cars. Like
right?
why you gonna tell me what I can use the credit card for? I thought it was for me to spend. As long as I pay you back, that's all that matters, right? But I guess
Normally,
people ain't just dropping
yeah.
14 bands on a credit card. Normal people, you know what I'm saying. Some of us in the world of MS, you know what I'm saying. 14K, that's an average date. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I ain't gonna hold you. I was geeked the first time I got the platinum. I was like, how much can I put on this? I swiped that joint for 15 bands at one time. I was like, oh, this okay. There's a whole new level of life right here. This shit did like nobody got an eye. That joint just went through, signed the receipt. I said, oh shit, this really okay. All right. I don't know. Like I was geeked. I don't know about the first time y'all swiped y'all platinum for 5 figures, but it was a pretty dope feeling.
Don't get me
Y'all
talking about
making me
5
want to
figures.
go get more credit cards,
Look,
and I'm just sitting
oh,
off her. I don't have no debt. I think I have maybe $500 on a
oh,
credit card. I have no debt. All of my stuff is paid off. Like I feel bad. Like I want to go run it up real quick.
all my
I mean, you
five
gonna
figures.
pay it off?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I ain't
You
trying
can
to.
run it up and pay it off.
I'm not gonna. I don't. Man, look, it took me years to get her. Like I'm
The
not
thing,
gonna
hey
mess with
Mo,
my.
where she live at, bro, they don't have no stores out there. I've been trying to get her hit
Hey,
the
bro,
MS. Every store that I mentioned, she be like, it's an hour and a half away. It's
it
2
is.
hours away. I'm like,
I've
what?
been,
Damn.
I have to drive 40 minutes to get to St. Louis to go to do any type of like mall shopping. We have the last mall that we had, they shut it down because it wasn't enough traffic. No Nike stores, no nothing. I think
Damn.
bed. What is that? No, we have. I don't even know. Von Mar. I think like that's a luxury store.
I don't even
Everything
know what that
expensive.
is. Never heard
I
of
have
it.
no idea.
Look, exactly.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
what we have. And Walmart and Target.
I like shit for an hour drive. Yeah,
I got
you got to make that a 20,000 trip, $20,000 trip every time. At
They
least.
bet, yeah.
I'm telling
Like,
But that's what. Look, I told her, I said, Cage Jewelers, man, I get a engagement ring for about 40,000 and just run up one card off of one ring. It really just depends on what you have available to you to know what to do. Plus, you gotta start building a rapport with the people. I tell everybody this not to take away from all, but if you're gonna be doing manufacturer spending, relationship with the cashiers. People always think that they keep thinking low tier. Oh, I'm gonna get a relationship with a cashier and only go when get a relationship with the store manager. Once you get the store manager, who's gonna override you? If the store manager know that I'm doing $50,000 purchases and they cool with me doing returns, what the cashier gonna do? Go get John. Go get John from. I know John. As soon as they hear their store manager name, they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, he's higher than me." Yeah, how you know John? And John told me come back on Wednesday. He was gonna take care of me. Oh, okay. And then boom, pop, you done. But if you doing it through the cashier and he gets some type of red flag that requires manager assistance, and then John pulls up, he gonna be like, yeah, sir, we ain't refunding no 50,000 to your card. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to mail that back in, my guy.